Let me ask you this question. Approximately 4:20. Even though I don't never understood exactly what this particular cartoon was about when it says Mojo. How long is this video? It only got 84K views one day ago.
Sweetie, really, don't go there, okay?
Oh, I went there. I went there, took some pictures, and flew back already.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 South Park jokes that cross the line.
Dude, that's not cool. You should make fun of Christopher Reeve. Yeah, dude, not cool.
For this list, we're taking a look at instances where South Park got especially controversial and offensive, even to the point that it shocked longtime fans of the show. Which South Park joke made you think, okay, they've gone too far this time? Let us know below. Number 20. Kyle kills Jesus. In Fantastic Easter Special, Jesus and Kyle find themselves being held prisoner by the Catholic League. In order to escape the cell that they are being held in, Jesus must use his powers. But unable to use them as a mortal, Jesus realizes the only way he can reobtain them is by dying. He asks for Kyle's assistance, who naturally has some reservations.
Dude, you don't understand. I'm a Jew. I have a few hang-ups about killing Jesus.
However, he follows through with the request, and the aftermath is gruesome to say the least. The writers clearly knew what they were doing here. Fortunately, he is actually resurrected and is able to save the day. Jesus! Number 19. Garrison's relationship with Garrison Sr. In Worldwide Recorder Concert, Garrison is shown to have a complicated father-child relationship. Based on how Garrison behaves, viewers are led to believe Garrison Sr. mistreated Garrison. But that is not at all the case. In fact, it's actually quite the opposite. In a shocking twist, the issue stems from the fact that he never actually did anything to Garrison in the first place, and this results in Garrison believing that Garrison Sr. had no love for his child.
What? Was it that I was ugly? Oh my god! I wasn't good enough for you. Was that it, Dad? No!
Thus, the episode sees Garrison pressuring Garrison Sr. into assault to prove his love. We can only gasp and be in shock at this strange twist of reverse psychology.
You stood by and let it happen. You saw him come home drunk and then just go right to sleep.
I'm not listening.
Face it, Mother, he never amused me.
Number 18. Woodland Critter Christmas. Leave it to Trey Parker and Matt Stone to add in an absolutely insane plot twist in arguably the show's most shocking Christmas special. What starts out as a simple tale with Stan helping out a few cute-looking critters takes on a very, very dark turn.
Now our Critter Christmas can finally happen. Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Wait, what?
Much to his horror, Stan soon realizes that these critters are not who they say they are and have very dark intentions. Rejoicing at no longer having to deal with the mountain lion that frequently foils their plans, they celebrate in utterly vile fashion. It's too much for even those with the utmost tolerance. Number 17. Sex Education. Season 5's Proper Condom Use centers on sex education. At South Park Elementary, teachers attempt to educate the children about sex, and, as anticipated, fail tremendously. One such instance where we see their shortcomings firsthand is when Garrison is shown educating kindergartners about condoms and how to put them on. How does Garrison do this, you might ask? With a full-on demonstration involving the mouth. The children are traumatized, and, well, we can't blame them.
The time is drawing close for delivery. Here we can see the water breaking.
The episode itself sparked so much controversy that it was banned in the United Kingdom, and the country of Australia even increased the episode's rating. Number 16. The Miss Crabtree Stunt. It's no secret that Kenny is very much into performing crazy stunts, but when he's unable to perform his most dangerous one yet in Season 4's Fat Camp due to a run-in with Howard Stern, Stan and Kyle force a boy posing as Cartman to go through with it instead.
But this isn't fair! Deal, Druggy.
Dressed as Kenny, the boy does what the real Kenny was supposed to do. insert himself inside Miss Crabtree's uterus and remain inside there for 6 hours on live television. Naturally, things don't end well for the poor boy, and he, unfortunately, doesn't live to tell the tale. We understand the creator's intent to parody the show Jackass, but this was just too much. Number 15, Bloody Mary. The town of South Park was in complete pandemonium when a statue of the Virgin Mary began shooting blood from its behind.
People from all over the state have flocked here to the church to witness the apparent miracle firsthand.
Randy and other townspeople begin to believe this is a miracle, and that coming into contact with the statue means there's a chance that it could cure their diseases. However, upon further inspection, it is not revealed to be a miracle, since the blood is in fact actually coming from another part of the female anatomy. While Christians likely weren't too pleased with the manner in which the Virgin Mary was depicted, the mere sight of a statue shooting blood at people wasn't a comforting sight to see.
I'm not going to drink this. I'm not going to drink this! It's a miracle! I'm cured!
Number 14. Randy starts COVID-19.
Does it matter what started coronavirus? Who cares what started coronavirus? You guys are being racist!
Are we really all that surprised? Out of all the characters on South Park, if anybody were to start a worldwide pandemic, it'd most definitely be Randy. Upon hearing a news report that the COVID-19 pandemic started as a result of someone being contaminated by a bat in Wuhan, he begins to connect the dots. A bat in Wuhan? He remembers how, during a night on the town in China with Mickey Mouse, he had sexual relations with a bat. On top of that, when the source of COVID is later revealed to in fact be a pangolin, Randy remembers that he and Mickey also had sexual relations with it. This, and the fact that viewers see Randy and everyone's favorite mouse actually getting it on with animals, is shocking, to say the least. Number 13. Enterorectogestion. In the episode Red Hot Catholic Love, Cartman bizarrely comes up with an outrageous hypothesis in that if one puts food up their rectum, they shall defecate through their mouth.
Cartman, that's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
The other boys find this outrageous, but when it actually ends up working, everyone is in utter disbelief.
Yes! Yes, I did it! I tapped out my mouth! I tapped out my mouth!
News spreads of the phenomenon, and it isn't long before the citizens of South Park begin doing it too. We see what the writers are trying to do here, but it's, well, how could we put it? Really disgusting? The amount of times we see people literally spew crap becomes almost excessive, and it is clearly over-exaggerated. Fortunately, the townspeople eventually decide on ending the practice. Number 12. Mr. Slave versus Paris Hilton. It's the showdown of the century, as Paris Hilton and Mr. Slave go head-to-head to see who is the biggest floozy of them all. Paris starts things off when she not only makes out with the event MC, but then lewdly dances with several random males. She ends it off by doing something that we can only describe as way over the top with a pineapple. When it's time for Mr. Slave to prove his worth, he does so by absorbing Miss Hilton. No one anticipated for this to be the way in which Mr. Slave would get one over this celebrity. And the only thing more surprising than that is the fact that she survives the whole ordeal.
Let me out of here!
Number 11. Steve Irwin. At his Halloween party, it is brought to Satan's attention that someone has dressed up as Steve Irwin, and it's upsetting the guests. Oh, jeez. Satan confronts the individual, but he soon realizes that they are, in fact, Steve Irwin. To say that the encounter becomes awkward is an understatement, but Satan quickly kicks him out of the party because he wasn't wearing a costume.
Oh, but then, dude, no costume.
Everything about this joke feels completely wrong. From the way in which Irwin is depicted, the fact that he's in hell, or even him mentioning that he thought both he and Satan were friends. It all feels very distasteful. Number 10. Cuttlefish and Asparagus.
I give you the human centipede!
The Human Centipede has gained a reputation as one of the most repulsive films ever made. Naturally, South Park simply couldn't resist parodying the infamous horror film. Steve Jobs assumes the role of the Mad Doctor, sewing 3 Apple users together from mouth to anus.
Looks good, guys. Great work.
Unfortunately for Kyle, he's the one who ends up in the middle of Jobs' human centipede. While the whole setup is cringeworthy, the scene that really got under people's skin involved an Asian man digesting cuttlefish and a chef
Going away.
burdened with controversy.
Do you?
But for Isaac Hayes' requesting dialogue to Chef Balls that's watching but Chef Britney Spears. 2008 was just not Britney Spears' best, though after the Edge crept and revenge. By the 5th season, Eric Cartman had already been with his feet.
Oh my god!
Bold, mean-spirited, HIV positive. So Cartman
wanted me.
helps of it. Line AIDS is positive.
We're not just.
Oh, I've got a
Fired for being gay, the teacher basically took and hatched blood. Found this niche product funny. Internet for himself of pent-up frustration. His moans attract to pass off the white of him anywhere. In the show's history, and when it comes to season later,
Damn it, let's get some
it's attempted to leave a inserted the two Christ paralyzed. A depicted villain is, but they knew this. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings